I thought this was going to be a very nice start until the day. I got up at 4:15, got ready. I'm all packed up now, ready to leave and go to a new gold spot. But guess what? Flat tire number 1, and I can see a screw in here. Thought it was gonna be a good start, but looks like I'm gonna change a tire here. And I'm not very lucky because I'm actually gonna change 2 tires. This one here is flat as well. Both definitely are below 10 psi. So far so good. That was tire number 1. Let's do tire number 2. Whew, I'm glad that is done. I'm gonna see if they can fix these 2 tires. Then I'm gonna get another spare for the trailer. Not ideal, but it's even worse to be stuck in the middle of nowhere just because of a flat tire. And at least that's something that I can fix myself. So let's head into town, get these tires done, have some breakfast. I always thought if I have 2 flat tires, it would be on the same side of the trailer, 2 lined up next to each other. But in this case, it was 1 on the car and 1 on the trailer. And I did find a little nail inside the trailer tire. But in general, I'm always happy if I break down somewhere and I'm actually able to get myself out without any help. Nothing worse than being stuck in the middle of nowhere and then being dependent on other people that have to come out and rescue me. We'll do this trip to town and then we'll hopefully find some more gold in a new spot. Just a quick check to see if everything is alright before we go on the highway. Looking good, looking good. That's all closed. But I do have one more problem. My aircon fan doesn't work. So I'm just gonna check the fuses. Yes. Well, that's intact. Okay, that's all I can do. I don't know, I might sort it out in town. The aircon is kicking in, but the fan is just not working, so I'm not sure what's wrong with it. Beautiful. So the car was making funny noises. I pulled over and guess what? I saw this one here flickering. It was sounding horribly. I think it's this pulley here which is loose now and I cannot tighten it. So I finally found the right spanner for that, but this nut here is so tight I cannot twist it. So this is just shaking around. Now I had to ring my mate and he's coming out with a new pulley for me. Exactly what I was talking about earlier. I'll send him my position now. He'll come out with a new pulley. It's working on the car a little bit too often in one day, if you ask me. How many washers are on here? Is that worn through? Is that supposed to look like this? That stuff here is coming off. Oh, that's not good. Not my lucky day. Found it. Yeah, my mate did say it's like a bearing in there, and when that is worn out, that's it. No adjustment possible. So yeah, I sent him the video. He knew Oh no. Does a bearing have more than one ball in it? I just noticed the bearing has got heaps of balls in it because there's just another one that went down. I found 2 more. But I think he's gonna bring a whole new thing out. Oh no. Oh, I keep losing parts here. Maybe I'll just stop right here. And yeah, I'll wait for my mate to come. The good thing is I'm about 10 k's out of town and I had phone service. I'm just trying to be optimistic here. It could have been a lot worse. I'm just very relieved that I'm not in the middle of nowhere. So I was very, very lucky in a unlucky situation. But if the pulley was supposed to go, then I'm glad that it happened here. Nice looking quartz reef here. I'm pretty much standing right on a cross fault with a wobbly signal right near that quartz rock there. Sounds like that signal is gone. I'll have a look on the magnet. We've got a few ironstones on here. Hard to tell. I'm assuming one of these pieces is a piece of metal, because somebody would have tried to chip a corner off that rock in the past. Maybe it even came from this rock here because somebody chipped that corner out. I've been out here for a few days with not much to show. It's a bit shocking actually, but this 40E doesn't seem to be a lucky one for me. These are today's targets, and by the way, today is day 3 and I'll show you the gold that I found. These 3 tiny specks of gold is what I've got from an old patch area. I've done lots and lots of walking trying to discover my own patch, but unfortunately I only found rubbish patches. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Sometimes the spots are just not what I expected them to be, and it might all look good on the ground and on the geology and all that, but there might just not be any gold in between the old patches. I think we should move on. Let's do it. We have arrived at a new spot. Let's go! Yeah, unfortunately, just noisy ground going from there across to here. I'm running the machine in normal today. I've just dug another hole for noisy ground just there. But this signal here, right next to that outcrop there, sounds like it's more pingy and it could be a real signal. Just a hot rock. Yeah, it looks very ironstony to me. And as you can see, it's definitely magnetic. Oh, very magnetic. Many hot rocks and many spots with noisy ground around here. This signal here sounds a bit pingier, so I'm hoping for it to be gold and not another hot rock. Oh, it's magnetic, just a hot rock. Considering I've been detecting for about an hour and a half now without any real target, only noisy ground and hot rocks, I'm definitely gonna give this a dig. I'm in a bit of a creek system here, and a shallow target probably means a piece of foil. I think it's part of a ring pole. Trash. I'm still detecting in this creek with another noisy signal. think it's foil. That is another piece of foil. I already started digging this. It's so far the deepest target. Still in the hole. Lost it. I'll better get the scoop out for this one. Oh, is it this? Yes, it's foil. That shouldn't even be sitting that deep. We have finally reached a set of workings here. This is where they pushed the dirt, and I can see dry blowing heaps up there. So I'm gonna have a quick break. I'm gonna have a drink. It's quite warm, of course. And then we'll detect these workings around here, because so far I've been going for about 3, maybe 4 hours without any gold. And now I know that I'm in the right spot, because they have found gold here before. Must have. Yeah, in this case I'm not actually sure if the signal is coming off a quartz rock or a rock next to it, or something in the crack in the quartz. But we'll find out. So to me it almost sounds like that the noise is coming from here. I think I might just get the magnet off the pick here, wave it over this section and see if we can get the target out easily. Yeah, I'll leave it on there. Still there. Nah, not coming off this rock. It's gone. Yeah, the signal is gone and I can see a rusty piece of probably steel or tin that was on the magnet here. Too bad. No gold today. It happens. Ooh, it's warm out there. It's in the middle of the day by now and I decided to pull up in the shade over here to have a little rest. Besides from not finding any gold, other problems you might be facing in the bush could be your power supply. As a prospector you usually have got a lot of batteries to charge up, and that can be a little bit of an issue when you don't have enough power. Luckily the guys from Ecoflow have got a solution for that. This handy little device is called the River Pro portable power station, and it's a lithium-ion battery with 720 watt hours combined in this small little unit here, which I can lift up with one finger. This unit only weighs 7.6 kilos and it's quite surprising how much power is in such a small pack. What I love about it is that it's got all these different outlets on all sides here, and it can charge up to 9 devices simultaneously. On the display in the middle of the circle you'll see how much charge is in your battery. On this side here you can see how many watts are going in and how many are going out. That'll give you good control over the amount of charge, and you can even control the unit remotely via the app. Just below the display you've got a USB-C charger, you've got 2 USB-A chargers and a fast charger. On the right hand side you've got your 12-volt cigarette lighter charger, and on the left hand side here you've got a little light which runs in 3 different modes, from low, bright to emergency flashing. And of course you can control the light via your app as well, so if you need to find your unit in the dark you can just turn on the light via your app and find your way to this unit where your devices are charging off. On the right hand side here you've got 2 600 watt AC chargers, and these even allow you to charge your laptop because it's pure sine wave. Love it. On this side here you've got your different charging options. That's the wall charger and your solar input. Quite incredible, but when plugged into the wall charger this unit will charge from 0 to 80% in only 1 hour. You can gain up to 100% charge in only 1.6 hours. Of course it'll take longer when plugged into a cigarette lighter or when charging off solar. Also be aware when it's too hot, it'll slow down the charging time. Let's plug a few devices in and see what happens. Okay, I'll plug in my phone. I'll charge up my drone. I'll charge up the 7000 battery. And I'll charge up the 6000 battery. So no electricity going in because I don't have the solar panel connected, but what's going out is 42 watts of these 4 devices here at the moment. Still on 100%, 19 hours left before the battery runs flat. Awesome! Well, that's really handy to know. And if I were to go out detecting, I'd put the unit into my car and I could still see how much charge is in it by just having a look at the app. I think this device is very handy when going out detecting for the weekend. You can take this device into places where you're not taking your caravan. So if you're just taking your car, for example, you still need to charge your gear. This small little device can basically tuck into any niche in your car and you'll be able to charge and run all your devices. The AC outlet runs normal devices up to 1200 watts, but on X Boost you can even run devices up to 1800 watts. Of course, the charge in the battery will decrease when plugging in high power appliances. But if you wanted to, you can run kitchen appliances, for example, or hair dryer even, or even some power tools. I think this device is not only handy for camping, but even at home to keep it somewhere handy. Just in case the power goes out, then you've got a backup battery ready to go. Ecoflow extended their biggest promo of the year until December 28th. So if you check out the link in the description bar below, you can save up to $700 on a purchase. So check them out and get yourself a portable power station for the upcoming detecting season. Well, I feel all recharged now myself, so it's probably time to pack up, head back out and look for some gold. Thanks a lot to Ecoflow for sponsoring this part of the video. I'm at a spot where I haven't been to before. It's a different day and yeah, hopefully it's gonna go a bit better than the last few days. I've just come across something interesting, which looks like an old loaming pile. There are also a few tracks around here and there, and I have seen a few shallow detector scrapings. So it looks like there could be gold in the area, which is definitely a good start. I'm gonna continue detecting further along this hill here. Hopefully we're gonna get to see some gold today. Alright, we're on to our first signal of the day and it's right on the stem of a tree here. Oh, no. Yes, it is very windy. Blew the tripod over unfortunately, but looks like the lens is alright. Alright, found it again. I dug in the wrong spot. Oh yes! Finally, we are on the gold again with a little subgrammer. Well, it's been a few days since I found a piece of gold, and this one here might only be very, very small, but I don't mind. I've dug a lot of holes for rubbish and noisy ground and hot rocks lately. All these ants are getting me. Okay, I gotta move somewhere else. But yeah, very good sign. I'm very happy with this first piece of gold. I'm gonna detect around this little area here for now, see if we can find any more. Yeah, sounds like another definite signal just under that rock there. And I'm probably 2 to 3 meters away from our first hole here. Let's get it out, see what it is. I can see it. We are onto another sub grabber here. Nice. Very hard to hear because it was covered up by a rock. There's a car coming. I'm near a haul road, so there's a bit of traffic around and it's producing a lot of noises in the air. Plus I'm struggling with a little bit of EMI. It is very windy. Yeah, check it out. Second piece of gold. That's a very good start. I'm glad we ended up here. Hopefully we'll find a few more. They all don't weigh much, but I'm sure at the end of the day, after you get a few of those, they all add up. It's just a matter of covering more ground, digging more holes. And so far no rubbish. I'm very impressed. Oh, just a hot rock. Yeah, that was just a hot rock. There seem to be a few around just here. I've already changed my settings from normal to difficult. Or at least the wind is keeping it cool a little bit. Without the wind it would probably be way too hot out here. So I shouldn't be complaining. But yeah, the EMI is a problem to deal with because I'm getting a lot of fault signals and by now actually an increased amount of hot rocks. So I'm thinking about having a bit of a scout further along this area here. I've had a good look around where I got the two subgrammars, but unfortunately didn't pick up any more targets. Just foil. So I decided to slow down with my detector in this area here because I can see old detector holes. Quite a few diggings around here, old ones by the looks of it. One in between these trees here. And I'm getting a signal, I think, from that area there. Yes, I can see it. That's another small little subgrammer here. Nice. That's going all right. Not too bad out here. All very small, but still, at least I'm finding it again. Yeah, I definitely don't want to complain about the size of the gold here because little pieces of gold are still 1000 times better than no gold at all. I'm happy with the result so far anyway. I'm so relieved and so glad about what just happened. After digging so much rubbish, there are old campsites around, there are tracks going through this area everywhere. I was starting to be a bit over it, decided to head back towards the camp now and finally picked up another piece of gold. That would be the biggest one for today. Unreal. Can't believe it. Yeah, that came at the right time. Very glad to pick up this nugget here. That makes it, I think, 4 in total. And this one definitely is the biggest one for today. So let's head back to the camp and put them on the scales. See what we ended up with for today. I'm so glad that we can finally do a weigh-in. After so many days of detecting without finding any gold, that was a lucky day today. And especially that last piece, which I didn't even film because it was so shallow. But yeah, that's the biggest one out of all of them. And I'm very glad that it's there because those other 3 otherwise wouldn't have put much weight onto the scales here. Yeah, that's detecting for gold for you. You can't predict it. Sometimes you might end up with nothing for the day or the week or the month, and other days it goes all right again. So this area here, I was starting to be a bit over it, but I might even head out for one quick swing around where I picked up this last nugget here. So it's 4 in total. I'm gonna start with the smallest one. Let's put these on the scales and see what we've got. If I've got 1 gram in total, I'd be happy with that. But I'm thinking it's probably just under. 0.08 of a gram for the first one. There's room for more. 0.18, 0.37 of a gram. Yes, we did make it over a gram. 1.13 grams. I'm very glad that the scales moved over the magic mark of 1 gram. That was hard work, hot work as well. I'm gonna get into my fridge now and grab a cold bottle of water. I'm looking forward to that. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed yet. Stay safe out there. I'll see you next week.